Hey, so I wanted to talk today. The topic of today is building your brand or building a brand. And I just want to start off by saying for anybody that is thinking about building a brand or anybody that's in the process of building a brand, it is a lot of work. And for people who sit back and watch people who have built a brand and they have been I guess, successful in it, they put in a lot of work. Just today alone, because I'm trying to build a brand. If anybody didn't know that, I'm building a brand, and just today alone, I've already done 2 interviews. I had to cut up video, upload podcasts, just write down material for things like these videos that I do. It's just a lot, and for me, for somebody who is labeled as secretive, which I don't think I'm secretive. I just don't give out all information about everything I'm doing in my everyday life. You have to really put yourself out there when you're building a brand. You have to be accessible. You have to talk a lot. You have to be visible when you're building a brand. You have to network. And networking is something that people do even when they're not trying to build a brand. But for people who really know me, like my hardcore friends, I've been friends with them for over 10 years. I've been friends with like one of my best friends. I was in 6th grade with him. So I don't necessarily network as much as a lot of other people do, depending on their profession or depending on what they network for. But networking is something that you really need to do when you're building a brand. Network is advised, and being accessible on multiple platforms is something that is advised. Now, I have a YouTube channel, and I was not necessarily uploading videos on a consistent basis. I didn't have any formula, but as I've been advised, as I'm building and while I'm trying to be more accessible and put out more information and show what I'm capable of producing as far as helping people, because I'm a personal development coach. I have to be more in the limelight, so to speak. You have to put out more material. You have to show people that you know what you're talking about. You have to be open to answer questions. You have to be open to have hardcore talks and give free content and just help people whenever they need help. And not saying that's not within me, because I am a very helpful person. I just was not as present as I needed to be. Again, I have Instagram and I have Facebook, and I would post every once in a while. And again, dealing with my coach and dealing with people who are doing this on a high level, they're like, you have to be there every single day. You have to put in the work every single day. And that's what I've been doing. I've been going harder. I've been trying to put out more material, and I've been making myself more accessible. Even after putting out a course, which, if you don't know, my course is on udemy.com. Breathwork is the best work. Go check that course out. I'm going to plug myself. Even after putting out a course, the work isn't done. I put out an ebook. The work isn't done. I have an ebook. I did a course last year on relieving stress and anxiety. I did another course this year on relieving stress and anxiety. And the reason why I keep doing stress and anxiety is because that's something that we need to deal with. Obviously, looking at everybody's social media, unless they're just not being honest about the stress and anxiety that they're going through. Everybody needs help with stress and anxiety. I've dealt with stress and anxiety. So that's one of the major focal points that I deal with while I'm coaching, getting people over their stress and anxiety points in order for them to see more clearly, in order for them to progress in the way that they need to progress in their life, or the way that they know that they can progress in their life. But again, when you're building your brand, you have to be proactive. You can't be reactive. You can't wait until something happens and then you try to catch up to the curve. You can't wait until something happens and you try to jump on the trends. Try to make your own trends. Try to be the front runner, a trailblazer. Try to be the one that's at the front of the line, putting out work, doing things each and every day to get yourself out there. These are things that people that are building a brand need to do. And I'm not going to say that I'm finding out the hard way, but I'm just finding out that I needed to put in more work while trying to build a brand. And the work that I'm putting in, I'm starting to see the fruits of it, but I know once you see the fruits of your labor, you cannot stop there, because you go through seasons. And definitely while building a brand, you're going to go through seasons. It's going to be ups, downs, and sometimes it's going to level out. And I see that even with my podcast, producing my podcast, I see some episodes get more listens than other episodes. Sometimes nobody ever listens to the episode, and sometimes nobody ever, or one person listens to the episode, then two people. Then, you got to keep pushing it. You got to keep letting people know that you have a podcast out there. So again, I have a podcast. It's called the Enlightenment Moment, and it airs every Friday. So far, I have at least 20 episodes in there. So go check that out. It's a wealth of material. It's good work. And one of the people that just jumped on the live right now is Troy Hooterball. And him building his brand, he grinds every single day. He is always on Facebook, always on Instagram. And sometimes I would even get tired of him posting so much, because every single second he writing a new status. He, doing striking, he doing grappling. And it's like, yo, like, why are you posting so much? But at the end of the day, as long as you're posting, it's getting as many people as possible. You're reaching all these people because you're posting constantly. You're putting your brand out there. You're putting yourself out there authentically and letting everybody know what you're about. And if you're not willing to do that, which in the beginning I necessarily wasn't willing to do that, because I didn't feel like that I needed to. What I felt like was going to happen, which is unrealistic, was I was going to post one thing. I'm a personal development coach and I'm willing to help, and these are my prices, and then people was going to flock and want me to help them. And that's not what happens ever. So excuse me. So again, if you're building your brand, build your brand. Be out there, put in as much work as possible. I'm willing to network with life coaches, organizations. I'm willing to network with anybody. I'm out here and I'm able to help people with any problems that they're stuck with. Again, I focus on stress and anxiety. I focus on mental blockages. I focus on anger management, things of that nature, things that I've been through in my life and that I have a wealth of knowledge on and I have overcome, and I'm able to help other people with that. But again, if you have built a brand, I commend you. If you're building a brand, I commend you for putting in the hard work that you're putting in. If people need help building their brand, I can offer all the information that I have as far as what I'm doing to build my brand. I actually just got on Clubhouse, which I said that I would never get on Clubhouse because I didn't know what Clubhouse was about. But so far, being on Clubhouse has been an amazing experience, because you get to pick which rooms you go in. You get to hang around like-minded people, have open conversations. And this is another form of networking. So far, I have already connected with at least 5 people, and I've only been on Clubhouse for a day and a half now. So it's amazing. If you're not on Clubhouse and you're building your brand, jump on Clubhouse, check it out, see if that works for you, if that's in the realm of what you're trying to get yourself out there for. But again, put in the work when you're building your brand. I still have more work to do. It's just the middle of the day. Got to go run out to the grocery store and come back and continue doing what I need to do in order to get my brand out there to help as many people as possible. So go strong, go hard. As they say, go hard or go home. Build your brand and keep going forward. I appreciate you guys.